Welcome to Enjoy the Chaos.
We're excited to be back with you guys this week.
Yes.
We got a little special treat.
We do. I'm so excited about this treat.
Yes.
We always talk about B.
We do. So we're forcing B out of her comfort zone.
That's right, B.
And we're going to make her talk a little bit today.
I'm so excited about that.
Mainly because B just got back from Miami,
She did.
where she is from.
Yep.
And
I love
she picked out our cocktail for us to try. So we're going to let B talk about the cocktail.
Deep inhale and exhale.
Hey, everybody. I'm B, also known as Besaida.
Ooh, I love that. Say it again.
Besaida.
Yeah. Love it.
I just came from Miami from seeing my parents and a lot of other people in my family.
Yeah.
And I decided to bring back a drink for Sarah and April to try called Valmas Cremas.
Ooh.
And
Cremas.
this is the chocolate flavored. Now, I'm not going to speak for everybody, Cuban, Hispanic, or even Caribbean, but I do know that a lot of us like to have our alcohol with a little bit of milk.
Yeah.
And so I wanted them both to try this one, which is a mixture of non-dairy milk and vodka. So
Okay.
We love the vodka.
We
Yeah.
do love the vodka.
Me.
I was intimidated by the smell.
Yes, because you smell it.
It
like you
smells
pop it out,
very
you're like,
strong,
woo.
but it does not taste very strong.
No.
It doesn't taste like chocolate milk.
I literally think it's chocolate milk.
Yeah, it tastes like chocolate milk, and I could definitely see having it in my coffee.
Oh my god.
It would be the jam with some coffee. Which I
Don't
am.
ask what's in our coffee.
B made a comment about adding lime or lemon
Yes.
to it, which
I'm
I
interested.
cannot picture that in my taste buds.
Mhm.
it's a nicer combination than imagined.
Chocolate and
You
lime
think so?
or chocolate and lemon.
I do.
You do that.
yes.
And you probably do that regularly,
Mhm.
right? With like a
Yeah.
milk, because you said milk goes in.
I
most of your
put
cocktails.
milk in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So do you like Bailey's and Kahlua and those types of like milky based liquors too? More so?
It depends, but
Okay.
most of the time they're pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like this is just a good chocolate milk with a little hint of vodka. And I love the vodka.
Or maybe some vodka with a little bit of chocolate milk.
Oh,
We'll see by the end of the episode.
You're going to love this episode. But
So today we're going
yeah.
to talk about what we would like to tell our past selves and future selves. Like if you could go back
Yeah,
in
yeah.
time and tell your past April
Ooh.
and say, self.
I'm just going to make a comment.
Okay.
So I asked Chad this morning, I was like, Chad, that we were in the bed. I was like, what would you tell your younger self? It's like he paused. He was like, to stay single. I was like, oh, that's terrible. No, I'm not saying that. What else? He was like, to never stop working out. He was a huge workout junkie
Okay.
back in the day. And him and I both did
Yes.
CrossFit for
Which is where we met
like 2
initially.
years. Yeah. So we did that for a while. We loved it. That was our go-to for a long, long time.
You can come
But then
back.
I quit.
I know a guy. I can get you back
You
in.
know a guy?
I know a guy. I can get you back in.
Ooh. She know a guy. Mhm. So it was funny him saying, be single, stay single, and never quit working out.
Which maybe if you're going to be single, you can't quit working out.
That's right. I know. Goes hand in hand. But yeah, so I did start thinking about what I would say to my future self.
Younger self.
Or
Or future self.
Well, I think future and younger self.
Yeah.
Just be okay with you.
Oh.
Like be okay with you. I think back in my younger days, I was okay with me for a while.
Right.
But then I was like trying to do the things that was like the most popular, I thought, at the time, and maybe that wasn't the best idea. I had some really good friends back in the day.
That's funny
And-
that you say that. It's just be okay with you, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, I would go back and I would tell myself, be prepared. You're going to go through your awkward phase until you're 37.
Until you're 37.
And you may still be
prepared.
in it at 40. I don't know.
Be prepared to be awkward forever. But yes.
So mine would be, I would go tell myself that you're going to be awkward until you're 37. And you may
That's
still be
okay.
awkward at 40. And that's okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm awkward at 40. And that's okay.
I did think about that at 40, that
Yeah.
I was going to make a conscious decision to be happier with myself.
Ooh, yeah,
Because when
that's
you
good.
really look at it and you think, I have spent over half of my life. Now, I don't really remember being self-conscious in my teens.
Yeah, agree.
Not like girls are today. And we talked a little bit about that last episode, about the challenges that girls face versus what we faced. But obviously I was awkward, but so was everybody else.
Everybody is.
Everybody went
that's
through an
right.
awkward phase. Everybody had braces and
Yes.
headgear.
Yes,
And
for
nobody
years.
knew how to use their crimper.
No.
And we all wore bows until we
love
were
the
14 that matched our umbros and bongos that we've talked about.
Because
So,
that was perfect.
but you had your few outliers that were just gorgeous and
Yeah.
looked,
They were.
not like we did at 13.
Yeah, you know who you were.
But I feel like you shared the awkwardness. Now I don't feel like girls go through awkward phases.
Yeah.
But I would tell myself when I think I became aware of it in college because, when you're in your small town, everybody,
Yeah,
everybody's
that's
the
right.
same. Well, then you
That's
get to
right.
college and there's people from all over. And, there's people whose parents started letting them get Botox at 18 and I didn't even know about
Like,
Botox,
can you do that?
or
Is that-
all the things.
Is that
And
allowed? I don't even know.
everybody's, pumped up on those chicken nuggets. And
That's right.
They developed a little bit earlier than
100%. 100%.
So I would just tell myself, don't spend the next half of your life wishing something about you was
Yes.
different.
Man.
Whether
if I
it's
could say that. I
Yes.
think my 30s is when I really was like, damn, I want to be like somebody that's 20.
yes,
I'm like, they are the jam, and I wish I was them.
right.
It's okay not to be them.
Yes, it's
You
okay
have
just to
lived,
be you.
You lived through your 20s. Probably people in their 30s were talking about you. Maybe not, but that's beside the point. But my point is, it's okay. Be happy with who you are, no matter what. I think that's what I would say to myself, and don't lose contact with those that mean the most to you. Because
Yes.
I moved away.
Right.
Like I'm 4+ hours away from my hometown. And so I lost contact. And I would say maybe that's an excuse of 4 hours away, but that's really not an excuse.
Right.
I think that is something like that was my friends for
You
a
could have
long
written
time.
letters, or the Pony Express
We
could have delivered your
we-
telegraph.
We could have written
You could have done
letters
something
in calligraphy
to stay in
and
touch
send it on its way
with the
on
candle
horse.
and the wax seal.
That's right. Didn't you love that wax seal? But yeah, so I don't know. I do feel like there are some things that I would, and
'Cause you-
having girls, I want to tell them.
There's a
Ugh.
saying that you can't make new old friends.
Yes. Yeah, that's so true.
And my oldest friend is
true.
probably from college.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't, Gene, I married somebody from high school.
Yeah.
We weren't connected in high school, but he's probably the person that's in my life now that I've known the longest.
Mm-hmm.
And even though college was a long time ago, I stay in contact with high school people through social media,
That's right.
but not
That's right.
like you see people
Me
get
too.
together. We don't have reunions.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't know about their children. They don't know about my children.
That's right.
And I wish I would have kept those connections.
Yeah.
That I would have made those important. But then
Yeah.
you do different things when you graduate from high school.
That's right. You do.
So it's
You
not
do.
intentional
You kind of move.
that the connection is lost.
That's right. That's right.
And now, one of my very best friends, my dear, we were aunts and to each other's children and all that. Like
Yeah.
she's a college friend. So she's
Yeah.
probably my oldest friend
That's right.
at this point. But I do wish I still had those high school connections.
Yeah.
And I have one childhood friend that we do keep in contact with. We used to play Barbies all the time and all the things, but still, it's not a real
That's right.
relationship.
Let me
Like
call
she'll
you
come
on
to town
Friday.
to see her parents, and we don't get
Yeah.
together
That's right.
or those types of things. So I do wish I would have kept those connections. That's a really
That's
good
right.
one.
It is. I do wish. And I think for me, having girls, and you would do the same thing with me, I know, but just little nuggets of wisdom to pass on is don't lose sight of those friends,
Mhm.
which I think you meet people in your lives for a reason.
Mhm.
I think you and I are a great example of that. Even B too, that you meet people in your lives, I feel like for a reason. For your path at the time, right? And I feel like that is important for you to know, but it's also important not to lose contact.
Right.
Don't let anybody in your life try to sway you from losing those contacts.
B,
No
does
matter
your
how far
mom
you
listen
go.
to the podcast?
She does not.
Okay, I was gonna say she probably would be just
She-
disappointed at these older ladies, at these old
older
ladies that you've
ladies.
associated yourselves with that get you to drink alcohol every week at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Sarah, you didn't have to say the time.
It's not always at 10 o'clock. It's not always at 10 o'clock.
It varies.
So
The time varies.
It varies. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but where's chocolate milk? I mean, it's 10 a.m.
That's
so-
right. Where's the cereal?
That's
Oh,
right.
Put some Cinnamon Toast Crunch in this.
I mean,
Mhm.
really. Anyway, but yeah. What about you? What's a nugget that you would take?
I
Or
think
makes
about this
you
all the
awesome.
time, and I don't know if this is because I'm in HR now.
Oh,
And it makes me think about it, or if I would have realized it at any time being a professional. But I still remember my very first job out of college. I
Mhm.
was a bank teller, and I made $8.52 an hour.
Yes.
That's what I made. And I can remember my boss at the time. She pulled me back, and she was so proud to tell me that I was getting one of the biggest increases in the branch,
Okay.
and that I had done such a good job. And she was so proud of me. It was 8 cents is what I was getting for my raise. 8
For all the world
cents.
to hear.
And I just graduated from college. I had a degree.
Ooh.
What do you mean you're only going to pay
8
me
cents?
$8.52 plus 8 cents? I thought I was going to come in
Cents?
here and I was going to impress you, and that my
Exactly.
first raise was going to be at least $10 an hour.
That's right.
I mean, what? And now I feel so guilty about it because I know what my face
Yeah.
looked like, because I know my face. And I know how probably excited she was to tell me that I was getting one of the biggest raises in the branch,
Yeah.
and that she was proud of me.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear any of that. All I heard was, I have a college degree and I need to be paid
And
for,
why don't you give
for
me
my
8 cents?
degree. I even went and met with the HR person
Ooh.
and told her, you know, this is what I said, because I was such a naive little jerk that
Sarah,
I could be digging ditches and make more than I make here. And you know what she said to me?
what did she say to you?
I'll buy you the shovel.
Oh, shut the front door. She was going to pay the shovel?
I'll buy you the shovel. And that was a moment for me to kind of think, oh, okay. But she did
All right.
back up and explain,
Yeah.
and a lot of things that makes sense to me now,
Yeah.
that
That's right.
we can't, organizations, companies cannot pay you for a piece of paper.
Yeah.
They have to pay you for the skill and the value that you add.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
I was adding value, but in reality, I'd only been there, a year at that point.
Yeah. That's right.
And then, we talked about the mistakes I'd made over that year,
Yeah.
and the things that I still had to do, and the things I still had to learn, and goals and things like that. And for me, that's when I really started to digest that
yeah.
just because you graduate with a college degree doesn't mean that you're going to add value to your organization.
Oh, that's good.
And it
That's
doesn't
good.
really matter what your degree is in, because
No.
mine was in marketing, and I wasn't doing anything marketing related. And
Yeah.
I'm still not doing anything marketing
That's-
related. I mean, I did go back and get my master's in human resources.
I think this
Um,
piece set you up for your HR career.
It did.
Like, holy moly, that is a huge nugget for you, because I think about the conversations you have as an HR. Like, when you put your HR hat on,
Right.
like, you are so HR focused, and the words that come out of your mouth, I feel like come from a textbook.
Oh,
I'm like,
thank you.
but I'm like, thank God for you. I mean, that just was perfect, like, wow. But maybe she is the little nugget in your life that truly helped you on your path.
I do think she was. I do think she
Like
was.
she said it best when she told you about the shovel.
Yeah. Because in my mind, I
I'll buy
thought
you
she
the
was,
shovel.
we don't want to lose you, blah, blah, blah,
That's
blah.
right.
Okay, I'll buy you the shovel.
Ooh,
Oh, shit. Okay.
okay. That's a whole nother thing I thought you were saying.
Okay, so you tell me, when you went back and you looked professionally, what would you tell your professional self?
My professional self, that it's okay to change.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to change. I think when you get very comfortable in something, like coming out of college, you get comfortable with one thing and you go on that path like I did for a long time, because I did get comfortable in my setting. I was so scared to change anything. But the only way to progress in my career was to change.
Right.
And so it's okay. You're going to have opportunities in your life that you're going to say, okay, is this God opening a door for me? Or is this just something I need to just pass?
Was it
Be
hard
okay with that.
to transition from bedside to admin?
Mhm. It was because I loved the patient so much.
Right.
I'm a people person anyway, so that was just kind of my niche. So I thought, how am I going to do that with the admin side?
Sure.
But it transitioned. I was over people. And
Mhm.
so it was a very good transition, but it's very scary. And I can see people saying, I'm comfortable where I am.
Right.
But had I not taken the leap, I probably wouldn't be where I am today.
Right.
And so I think it's important. It's so scary. but do it.
Yes.
You know, do the things that in your mind, oh my gosh, is this something I should do or is it something I'm not should do? Pray about it, you know, consult if you have a family at the time, but do that. It's
Right.
okay to change. Don't be scared of the change.
And I know
think.
we say this, and this is probably our new thing, but I would also tell myself, wear the leather pants.
I love that. And I know Jean, I feel like Jean said it best. I
Yes.
say that in multiple
Wear the leather pants.
episodes.
Because I
Wear the
remember
pants.
I had a boyfriend tell me one time, we were at Tony's gym and we were working out, and he told me, your body would be perfect if you just had better legs. And I never wore a pair of shorts again.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was so self-conscious about my...
your
I mean, it took years for me to wear shorts again. Because that stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And I would go back and tell myself, get up, throat punch that jerk, and leave and find yourself a new boyfriend.
That's right. Leave him behind. I'm
Because
gonna be me.
as young women,
Yeah,
young
that's
females,
right.
we put so much stock into what our significant other thinks
Yeah.
about us.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Would you just...
Yes.
I wish Gene Kirk would come in here and tell me
Oh,
something like
man.
that.
I do all the things. You and I both do all the things. You know, we do the things that make us, you know, feel better about
Right.
ourselves. You know, but even Chad this morning was like, okay, you're beautiful like you are.
Right.
Why do the things?
Well, Gene even
I'm
said
like,
that when we
but,
came in.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, y'all do all this for you.
Yes.
You don't do it for us. Like,
I
not
feel
one
like I'm
time
doing
I've
it for
ever
you,
looked at
but-
a girl and thought, oh, man, if
I want them big lips.
Yeah, if only our lips were bigger.
That's right. You don't think that?
I mean, what do you mean?
What do you mean? I want to do this for you. But I think, you know, I think it was, I will say for Karen, even having Karen on, I think we
Yes.
brought up her several times. It was that nugget that she said, the freedom of 40. And I know I bring it up a lot, but it's okay to do the things you want to do,
Yes.
you know. But I do love the fact that if you marry someone that truly loves you, it's really not about the appearance that you create. It's about who you are inside.
Right.
And that's why they love you. And so don't always try to create the
Right.
extra, because that's really not what they're there for,
Right.
you know, and that's okay.
B, what
I
are you
might
going to
learn
go
this
back
morning.
and tell your young self?
Yeah, B, tell us.
I would tell my young self, it's not that deep. It's not that big of a
Oh,
deal.
that's a good
one. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're going to end up better than you are now. So
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
like, you don't have to be like everybody else. You can still be
Yeah.
successful and still be yourself. Stay active. It's good for you.
Oh, you and
It's
Chad.
good for you.
You and
Yeah.
the Chad.
Mhm.
Stay
But
active.
Chad,
It's funny that
and-
you say stay active because you're still very young. So
Yeah.
B is not 40.
B is not 40.
B is not 40.
Yes, so yes, stay active. Yes.
I think that's good though.
So yeah, I would tell myself, just keep going. You're doing better than you think you are, and you're doing a
Oh,
lot better
yes.
than a lot of people
I
your
like
age.
that.
I do
So
too.
stick to what you're doing.
I like that
Yeah.
you're doing better than you think you are, because we're our own worst critics.
Oh, yes.
And so we're always
100%.
thinking that we're doing a bad job.
Yes.
So it's nice to
yes.
hear you say that when I say things that it comes out like it should, because in my head I'm like, oh, that was terrible.
No, no. That's absolutely not accurate. It's not terrible. So I'm like, oh my God, that should be from a textbook. But yeah, I think for my future self is to live in the moment. I think for our future selves, being
Mhm.
40, we don't know what the day will hold, you know? And so live in the moment.
This could be the day that your osteoporosis kicks in.
And then you're done. You're done for. Live in the moment.
That you could get a cataract.
That's right. Oh God, a cataract is terrible. Oh, see,
That's probably not what
nothing.
you meant.
Oh, that's not what I meant. But yeah, so just live in the moment,
Mhm.
you know. And then for our younger selves, make your mistakes, but always learn from them.
Oh, yes, learn from them.
Always learn from mistakes. Take a moment. Don't be so self-centered that you
Mhm.
don't feel like it's something that you could do differently. Really self-reflect.
Yes.
And how can I do that differently? You know, and it's okay to be a little bit different, you know.
And if you have to try again, try
Yeah,
again.
try again. That's just part of life,
Yeah.
you know.
Nobody has to be perfect on the first go round.
Please hear me.
Wear the
Yeah.
pants. I'm gonna even
Wear
tell
the
my
pants.
I'm gonna even tell my older self, wear the pants.
I'm gonna tell my older self that.
Even
because
if
I
you
ain't worn
think when you're
pants yet.
50, wear the leather pants because we've not worn them yet.
We're gonna
so
wear those dang leather pants.
yes, we
We're
are.
gonna walk out and be twinsies with our leather pants.
I do like to live in the moment for your future self
Yeah.
because we struggle with that. Trying to keep up and do all the
100%.
things
We
and being the
do.
Pinterest mom.
Yes, and
Yes,
it's okay.
that it's okay to not be Pinterest mom and just do what you want to do. What did you
Just
say?
for
Say what you want to do. Do what you want to say.
Do
what you want to
do what
say.
you wanna say.
Do what you want to say.
Do what you want to say. We're going to put that down. I love it. We so crazy.
So we want to hear what you guys would tell your future
We do.
selves
Yeah,
and what
that's
you would go
right.
back and tell your younger self. What would be the
Yeah.
nuggets that you left for yourself if you could? If you could go back and write yourself a little note to find. And
That's
then what do
right.
you want to tell your 50 and fabulous self or 60 and sexy
Yeah.
self? Or
100%.
yeah. So so leave that on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And be sure to like us and share us on
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram at Enjoy the Chaos Podcast _22, YouTube,
That's it.
and the website.
That's right.
All right. So what do you think about this one?
I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
I love the chocolate. It's just like chocolate milk to
It
me.
is. It is like
so-
chocolate milk. But I'm gonna give it like a 3-4.
A 3.
A 3-4. I don't want to go all the way down to a 3, but then a 4 is a little high. I think if I could put some coffee in it, it would be a
Ooh.
solid 5.
100%.
But for me, on its own, it's just a little too, little thick on its own. I just need something with it, and I don't know that it's a lime or a lemon.
Hey, B did say put a lime or a
But
lemon
I will
in
try.
it.
I would like to try it with the lime or the lemon to see if that
Hey.
made a difference. But I feel like in
Hey.
some coffee, this would be the jam.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's good. But about this, yeah.
Yes,
B brought us this cocktail.
she did. Thank you,
Tell-
B.
Tell us about B.
And shout out for B. It's her birthday.
Yay,
So y'all show B some
B.
birthday love on the Facebook page.
Happy birthday,
Happy
B.
birthday, B.
We love you.
We love you, and we're so appreciative of all you do for our
Yeah,
chaos.
we couldn't be here without you.
She wrangles it well, y'all.
Oh, 100%.
She wrangles it well.
Yes, she does.
So happy birthday.
So
Give her a
cheers to
shout
B.
out. Cheers to B.